Okay, so I figured I'll just talk to you guys real quick about how to make some extra money without getting a job. Some of you guys don't really want to get a job. Maybe you've got child support issues. Maybe you've got something like that, but you need to make some extra cash money that, the ex doesn't know about, or maybe you just want to do something that you just can do real flexible. And I'm going to go over just a couple of things real quick. One, number one, you can do YouTube. All right, YouTube, you can make money doing YouTube if you monetize your videos. Look up monetize videos on YouTube. You'll see a whole bunch of videos on it. I don't need to have one on it. Monetize YouTube videos is definitely number one. It takes a long time. You have to put a lot of videos out and not see any results, and then all of a sudden it'll start trickling in. It'll start getting bigger and bigger, and you start making more money on YouTube. Eventually you can make money doing this. Okay, and number two, it's not on here, but I'm gonna tell you, is become a driver for Uber or Lyft. Those things are the easy ways. All you need is a driver's license and a decent car. If you don't have a decent car, go out and buy a decent car, and you can make enough to pay for that car and make some cash too. I know a couple guys that just do that. They bought a brand new car. They started working for Uber and Lyft on the weekends, and working 2 weekends a month. They pay for the car. The other 2 weekends a month, they put in their pocket. So, if you're in a situation you need to have extra money, you can probably make more money doing that than you can working at a crappy little, convenience store or something like that, and having to be on somebody else's schedule. Okay, here's some other things. Now, you might say to yourself, Mike, there is no way I'm jumping in a dumpster. Okay, maybe you won't. That's okay. I don't mean to go jump in the dumpster when I say dumpster dive. Okay, I have found working computers in dumpsters that were worth a couple $100 at the time. I have found tons of stuff that you could sell on eBay, and you could make money selling stuff on eBay that you found in dumpsters. Just open up the lid and look, switch a couple things around. You might find something cool. Then, if you don't have to always jump in. If you're not looking for old fruit like some old weirdo behind the supermarket, I got the bad part out of this one. You're not trying to do that. You're just looking for anything cool, something that you can flip and sell. The other thing you can do when you're dumpster diving is you can look for scrap metal. So a lot of times in the dumpster, you'll find good metal items made out of steel or aluminum. And man, you know what? Almost anywhere you go, if you look up on your cell phone, recycle. Don't look up scrap metal, look up recycle. There's tons of recycle places that you can bring scrap metal to and turn it back in and get cash money. Literally, I had, 5 or 6 aluminum signs, and I got like $50 for those signs. And it was like, wow, quick $50. And that was in a bad area, like in Florida, or in California, you could make some serious money scrapping metal. You can put an ad on Craigslist, say, hey, I'll pick up scrap metal for free. People will call you like crazy and say, hey, come on over, I got some scrap metal. And then, and the other thing you can do is you can put an ad in the paper ad in the Craigslist or Kijiji if you're in Canada. And you could say, hey, I clean out people's garages, and I'll do it for free if you let me have what I get, what's in there. And they'll be like, oh, yes, yeah, come get it. So sometimes you can do that too. That's another way to make a quick bunch of money on a weekend. Another good thing is if you're in an area that they give you pretty good money for them, aluminum cans. Aluminum cans are it takes 22 and a half. We found out many years ago, I did this when I was a kid. I don't know, maybe the weights of the cans are different now, but 22 and a half cans was a pound back when I was a kid. 22 and a half regular sized cans. So if you're getting 40 cents a pound, that's 2 cents each. If you're in an area where you can get a whole bunch of cans, like I was in Florida, and you only get like 40 cents a pound there, and people are like, oh, 40 cents a pound, they just throw them on the ground. Well, shoot, there's 10 times as many of them on the ground there. So and in the trash cans and dumpsters, and you could just literally, I mean, you could do all of these things here and just drive around, oh, there's a bunch of cans, boom, 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 put them in a bag, oh, there's a whole bunch of scrap metal, well, put that in another bag, or put in your car trunk, and then, I found, oh, look, man, I found a nice computer, I found like a TV monitor, it works, checked it out, it works, and you literally can, make a living probably doing that stuff if you really needed to. Some areas, it's good to even do glass recycle and plastic bottles. So if you have that area where they give you, 5 cents each for plastic bottles, that's actually pretty good money. Another thing I'm gonna tell you guys, here's a little key thing. If you're doing the scrap metal thing, you can literally go out and find places like if they're remodeling supermarkets, maybe they're changing the names, they're putting in new shelving, and a lot of times they'll just be throwing away thousands of pounds of shelves. You can go behind one of those things and they're just tossing this stuff in those big, huge 40-yard dumpsters. So if you see one of those big dumpsters, those big giant ones, the construction size ones, go to the job. Go out there and look inside. Jump up in there, see what's inside that dumpster. A lot of times, and then, if there are guys were working at the time, I want to tell them, hey, look, I'm going to jump in here and just take a look and see if there's anything I can recycle. And a lot of them will tell you, oh, go ahead. But then they won't throw stuff in there while you're in there. So be careful about that. But those big 40-yard dumpsters, I've seen tons and tons of scrap metal. Cardboard, another good thing. You can go and collect cardboard and, check with the recycle places and see if they take it. Find a place that takes it. Find out how much is a pound. I know literally guys who take a truckload of cardboard in and get $75. A truckload of cardboard. I mean, if you found a dumpster that was full of cardboard boxes, you could just take all those cardboard boxes, stack them all up, go down, get $75, and there you go. So a few of those things, you did all those things in one day, you could end up making $125 a day or more, just going around doing stuff that nobody wants to do. It's all junk, but to someone else, but it could be really good money to you. So that's a great way to make extra money on your own, cash money, and not have to have a job. All right, talk to you in the next video.